You want easy? You want comfortable? Then step aside. This ain't for you. Easy is a trap. Comfort is a cage. And most of you have been living in that cage so long, you've convinced yourself it's paradise. You've been spoon-fed this idea that life is supposed to feel good, supposed to be effortless. But let me tell you something. Easy doesn't make legends. Easy doesn't make warriors. Easy doesn't make you unbreakable. I've been through hell, and I wouldn't trade a single second of it, because hell burns away weakness. It shows you who you really are. I never wanted what was easy, because if anyone can have it, what's it worth? Nothing. What I want, what I demand, is what everyone else calls impossible. The kind of goals that make people look at you like you're crazy. The kind of pain that makes most men quit before they even start. You want to be different? Stop living like everyone else. Stop chasing comfort and start chasing the impossible. When people tell you it's not worth it, when they say, why bother? Why push so hard? Know that those same people gave up a long time ago. They settled. They let life beat them down until they accepted mediocrity as their reality. But not you, not me. Because we've chosen a different path. A path that doesn't care about how you feel. A path that doesn't care if you're tired, broken, or bleeding. The impossible doesn't care if you've got excuses. It only bows to one thing, an unbreakable will. You see, willpower isn't something you're born with. It's something you build in the dark when no one is watching. It's forged in failure, molded in pain, and solidified every time you decide to keep going when everything in your body is screaming at you to quit. People talk about motivation like it's magic. Forget motivation. Motivation is weak. It's there when you feel good, and gone when you don't. What you need is obsession. What you need is discipline. You've got to want it so bad, you're willing to destroy every part of who you are to become what you're meant to be. So, here's the deal. Stop looking for shortcuts. Stop running from the struggle. Lean into the pain. Make suffering your home. Because when you embrace what's hard, when you seek out what's impossible, something incredible happens. You start to separate yourself. You build something nobody else can touch, a mind, body, and spirit that are unbreakable. Easy, that's for the weak. Comfort, that's for the average. But impossible, that's where greatness lives. So stop asking for a lighter load and start training for stronger shoulders. Be the one who rises when everyone else falls. Be the one they call unbreakable. You think the impossible is some far-off dream? Something reserved for the special, the chosen, the lucky? That's where you're wrong. The impossible isn't out there. It's in here, inside your mind. It's that voice that whispers, "You're not good enough. You can't do this. Who do you think you are?" That voice is the only thing standing between you and everything you've ever wanted. Most people, they listen to that voice. They let it dictate their lives. They let it drown them in fear and self-doubt until they settle for a version of themselves that's less than they're capable of being. But not us, not today. Today, we silence that voice. Today, we decide who the hell we are. Understand this. You don't have to be the strongest. You don't have to be the fastest. You don't have to be the smartest. What you need, what you must have, is the grit to outlast everyone else. Because here's the truth. Life will test you. It will push you to your knees. It will strip you down to nothing. And when that moment comes, and it will come, the only thing that matters is how bad you want it. Are you willing to bleed for it? Are you willing to suffer for it? Are you willing to break yourself apart just to rebuild stronger? Most people aren't. Most people will fold under the weight. But the few who don't, the few who push past the pain, who get back up every single time, they earn something nobody can take away: self-respect. You want to know what real power feels like? It's looking in the mirror and knowing you didn't quit. It's knowing you've gone to war with yourself and you've won. But it doesn't stop there. Winning the battle isn't enough. You've got to wake up every day and fight again. The war never ends. There's always another challenge, another level, another limit to break. And that's the beauty of it. The struggle doesn't get easier. You get stronger. So, the question isn't, can you do it? The question is, are you willing to do what it takes? Are you willing to suffer longer, fight harder, and rise higher than everyone else? Because the impossible isn't about talent. It's not about luck. It's about who's willing to endure the most pain, who's willing to stay in the fight long after everyone else has walked away. And when you do that, when you refuse to quit, something happens. The world bends to your will. The impossible stops being impossible, and you become unstoppable. But don't stop there. Don't settle. Don't let that fire fade, because there's always another level, another impossible to conquer. Keep climbing, keep pushing, and keep proving that nothing can break you. So, when the world tries to put you in a box, when it tells you to slow down, to stay comfortable, to quit, you look it in the eye and you say, I don't stop, I don't fold, I don't break. And then you go out and show them exactly who you are.